Welcome back to Mother Mouth Medicine after this incredible heat wave at the end of June. Still pretty hot. Here we are. Summer has started with a bang, and this month we are looking at a very, very versatile herb and a very, very common herb, which is absolutely amazing. And you will probably all know it from meadows and everywhere, and it's this one here. It is the lovely yarrow. Let's have a look at it. Yarrow, Achillea millefolium. It has just started flowering, and already in the name you find it's so much myth and folklore. So Achillea from Achilles, the Greek myth, and also Achilles' heel, being wounded in that area. And yes, yarrow is a wound herb, also commonly called soldier's wound herb, and supposedly it has been used by soldiers in the First World War to use on their wounds, because firstly it's antibacterial, but also something called hemostatic, which means it staunches blood, it stops bleeding, not just externally but also internally. And with it we will come later to explain how it is used. And Millefolium refers to its leaf. Let's have a look. As you can see here, it has it's like really feathery, and all the leaves, basically translated Millefolium is 1,000 leaf. And we use the flowers, which are full of volatile oils. So go and sniff them or squeeze them, because they are so inconspicuous. But when you actually smell them, you find they're full of volatile oils. And in Germany, they still put this into toothpaste. It's great for your gum or any kind of gum bleeding. Common nose staunch or bleed, I think it's also called. So again, referring to its hemostatic properties. And also it works on, it is a bitter and works on the digestive system. It's used for fever and in a lot of hay fever mixes. But I will show you how I harvest it, and then we will talk a little bit more about what it can be used for. So here we have our wonderfully harvested and flowering yarrow. And as you can see, I cut them quite long on these stalks, because what we're going to do now is just put all the stalks together in quite a big bundle. I'd say though probably not more than about a little bit more than an inch. Maybe try and take stalks which have similar lengths, and yeah, just tie it into a bundle. This is probably that size, this is a longer size, and then hang it up to dry. And then you will be able to use the yarrow either as a tea, put it into tincture, or put it into a base oil like olive oil, and in both cases steep it for a month or so and then decant. Usually with oils, it is in a way better to put dry material in there, then you don't have the trouble of the moisture of the leaves and plants going into the oil, which you then have to decant. But also the plant will lose quite a lot of the volatile oils, which you might really want in the oils. So yeah, it's always a question of that. But this is the kind of bundle that I have. Now I will put a piece of string and keep the string a little bit longer. So, because after you put a big knot in it and put it quite tight, because again, when the yarrow will be drying, the stalks will lose their moisture and thus volume. Then I put either a knot on here, and then I'll show you later a picture of, I will just hang these up on a string, and yeah, preferably out of direct sunlight. And then you basically have tea. What I'll do though, once this is dried, I will prepare for the tea. And what I'll do is, you usually don't use the stalks, but what you can do is just take the leaves off like this, and you cut the flowers off. Some people like to separate the flowers. In France they only use the flowers, but I use the leaves as well. Yeah, and then you have got yarrow stalks, with which, if you were into the I Ching, you could make your own I Ching sticks. And yeah, then your material, you can make oil, you can make tincture with, or you just keep as tea as and when required. So that was yarrow, a totally overlooked herb, I find, just classed as a weed. Gardeners take it out of beds all the time, but so versatile, and yeah, just the best, I find, also in regulating heavy menstruations and yeah, all the other good things that you can do with it. So next month is August and we will be away, so I will likely take a break this year. And yeah, but I'm hoping to see you in September again. And yeah, I have to sit with, and I don't know yet who will be coming forward in September. We will see. It might be some herb that works with berries. It's just the time of berries, although if we are going to have a really hot summer, yeah, that might be a bit earlier, but we will see. Thank you so much for being here, and yeah, it's so lovely having people interested in these skill shares. Lots of love. Again, a Substack article is below, and yeah, hope to see you again in September. Lots of love.